Hey, Brian from Rechargeable Hall. Today I have this awesome floodlight headlamp with a polymer battery. It's the COB Plus 9 LED. So I've been using this for the past couple days, and things I like, things I don't like. One, overall, I really do like it. I think it's it's a tremendous light. Have this one charging up. Let me just unplug it really quick. And I'll go over some of the features. And so it's a 2-pack, which is awesome. I am always running low on battery powered lights in my shop, and I needed basically just all lights I can get. I do a lot of recording during the day, so you get a lot of accessories, different parts. So these are different, like strap hangers, like replacement hangers that you can use for the straps. So those come in handy. Here's the instructional booklet. And we'll kind of go over every portion of the lights. And you get 2 USB charging cords, which is great. It's a USB-C, so it's pretty common, so you can pretty much find it anywhere. This is how the light comes basically right out of the box, out of the bag. I'm actually going to put this one away for now and use it at a later date. Okay, so right into the light, go over the features. So this is another charging cord I kind of have laying around on the desk, so it's not that long. But it's just kind of like my spare C plug. Anyway, so a couple accessories floating around from this. So it has a adjustable lamp light. So when this is sitting on top of your head, you can fold it down or have it go straight ahead. It does have an independent backlight. So just give you an idea. I mean, it actually is really bright, and it has 2 modes. Actually, 3 modes. So it's got that light. I only thought it had 2. It's got this one, kind of like blinks. They have one that kind of like scrolls. So that's great. So if you're like in a hiking trail or something at nighttime, people coming up behind you, they can see you. So this is where you charge it from in the back. So that'll charge the whole unit up, and that powers the back battery and the front battery. The front light has an independent switch on it. And like I said, you can tilt it down, which is cool. So that is your first mode. So it's basically just the kind of like the center spot, and it does get really bright. I'll bring it out in the garage at nighttime and I'll show you how bright that gets. But I've been really impressed with that. Next, you have 2 sets of power on this. So I'm flipping through it really fast. Okay, so the first one gets you a center light. Next one, it kind of dims it down, so it's not as bright. Next one, it runs the outside light, so your center light is actually off. Again, it runs the center and both of these side lights, so you have, like, I'm blinding you in the camera, but that is super bright. I'm like really impressed. And I was actually running around in my garage with this on because I kind of have this studio set up as like kind of like an antique looking warehouse. So I don't have the brightest lights in here, so I end up wearing like headlamps a lot in here when I'm like working and doing like, you know, mechanical projects and stuff like that. So the next switch will turn on the side lights, but your center light is completely out. These are pretty bright. However, I would have liked a mode where it shines the center and the side lights on at time. Especially, I wear a lot of cameras like over my ear and stuff, like micro cameras, so when I'm filming and everything, recording for the studio, I do have access to, you know, a really good bright light. This worked for hours, running around in the garage, and I had it on probably the brightest mode, that one right there. So it gave it kind of an idea as it glares. But this was fantastic. I was pleasantly surprised because I was running around in the morning until noontime with this light on, full blast, and it lasted the whole time like a champ. And as you can tell here, I've been like keeping the light on through most of the recording. And again, I do like this side light. It gives you more of a panoramic view, which you'll see later at nighttime. I wish it had a different mode on it. I do like that this tilts down, and again, that'd be great if I could run both of these in unison. But it wasn't bad. It wasn't bad. Overall, I like this. It is probably going to be my new light that I use when I'm recording, so I can record the entire time and not have to worry about my lights. I like ordering lights in pairs for the reason of if the battery dies on this one, I have another one ready to go while this one recharges. So I like the fact that it comes in a 2-pack. And again, the only negative thing I can say is that I wish that you could turn on the kind of like the 180 view and then all these at the same time. That way you have a bright, consistent light. And that's the other reason why I buy two, because when I'm working outside or anywhere, when I set a light on, I want it to be consistent, especially if I'm recording or filming. So I want like the same light, the same kind of control, and this definitely fit the bill. Anyway, Brian from Garage Mahal, stay tuned. I will bring you in the garage at nighttime and I'll show you exactly how bright these lights actually get. So, all right, so obviously a couple things going on in the garage here, but let's turn the lights off and we'll go through the different lighting modes of this headlamp. Alexa, turn lights off. Okay, so that is total darkness. And then that is the single spot, so you can tell, I mean, that lights up like a lot. So it give you kind of an idea. That's no light on, that's a spotlight on. So quite a big difference. Next mode. So that's a little bit dimmer. So then that's like really bright. And then that's the side lamps. So I mean, it does, like close up, it does illuminate probably pretty good, but off in the distance. So to kind of give you a little bit of a perspective speaking. And then let's go back to the total darkness. And then these are the different levels. So that really lights up pretty good. And that one's probably even better. Just to kind of give you an idea and a perspective of that. Turn my head away, and then that kind of lights up. And then that is your 361. So my hand's kind of blocking part of that when I put it on the switch. So kind of give you an idea. Then out again. So again. That's the perspective of that. Anyway, Brian from Garage Mahal with your awesome headlamp. Be safe out there.